Thank you very much, Fazila, for that wonderful bhajan. It's a father and daughter duo. Please give them a next round of applause. So please bear with us. We are waiting on the arrival of His Excellency. So please bear with us. Give us a few minutes. He will be here anytime soon. Thank you. Everyone can please stand as you welcome His Excellency.
Thank you. We would like to formally acknowledge the presence of His Excellency Dr. Muhammad Irfaan Ali, the President of our beautiful cooperative of Republic of Guyana. So next on the agenda is welcoming remarks, which will be done by Sri Ravindra Dev, a columnist, activist, and the wearer of so many more notable hats, including Sangha Chalak, a mentor to all and the head of the Hindu Swayam Sevak Sangh. Kindly welcome Sri Ravindra Dev.
His Excellency Muhammad Irfaan Ali, the representative of the Government of India, Mukesh Kaushik, the First Secretary, Political and Commercial, and his Lakshmi, who came with him. Namaskar, one and all. As is our custom, I praise my Guru, who opened my eyes to know God. I then pray obeisance to God in the form of my Ishta Devta, Bhagwan Sri Ram, and by his command, I praise his great devotee, his great bhakta, Hanuman Swami, whose motto we all should try to emulate. He said, Ram kaju keen hu binu, moha kaha bishram. I shall not rest until I fulfill the mission of Sri Ram, which is to bring peace and happiness into this world. I say that in Bhojpuri Avadi. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukur Sudhar Barnao Raghu Bar Bimla Jasu Jodayak Palchar Mangal Bhavana Amangal Hari Mangal Bhavana Amangal Hari Drava Uso Dashrat Ajir Bihari Drava Uso Dashrat Ajir Bihari Mangal Bhavana Amangal Hari Jai 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 Hanuman Gosai Jai 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 Hanuman Gosai Kripa Karo Guru Dev Kinai Kripa Karo Guru Dev Kinai Jai 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 Hanuman Gosai Mangal Bhavana Amangal Hari. Let me first take this opportunity to thank this band of young Hindus who have come together, male and females, from the Hindus for Selfless Service. And they are the ones who conceptualized and executed this annual National Diya initiative, now in its 8th year, I believe, on this occasion of Diwali. Their vision 8 years ago of interpreting the commemoration in the public space by representing all the 6 peoples of our country as lights coming together in a unity of diversity, it should send a powerful message across this country to one and all. Diwali is a Hindu festival called a Parb, which means to be apart. And it emphasizes the function of Hindu festivals to integrate the individual who is a part of a nation into the whole by stressing a particular moral value which should be integrated into the individual's life. So for Diwali, like all our other parbs or festivals, we are always concerned about the transmission of moral values into behavioral rules, because we do not believe it is just a matter of having it in your head. Unless you put it into action, it is of no use to you and of no use to your dharma. Diwali is one of the most ancient of Hindu parbs, and it used the lived experience. So you don't have to tell people about it. They use the lived experience that as you come towards this part of the year, the day becomes shorter and shorter, and the night becomes longer and longer. And if you were living as our forefathers did in northern India, it would have been most accentuated. So taking that as a metaphor to say that darkness is increasing and the light is decreasing, the darkness is increasing and the light is decreasing, came Diwali, which is to symbolize that darkness is always representative of evil, of those who want to do the wrong thing. And light represents to follow that moral path. So we commemorate from eons, millennia ago, this festival here to say that we have to do our part to stay this increase of darkness or of immoral acts by ourselves doing something about it. This implicate order that this universe has is then exposed as a dharma. In its fullest extent, Mother Lakshmi represents fortune, prosperity, wealth, good luck, success, accomplishment, beauty, grace, charm, loveliness, splendor, royalty, sovereign power, and auspiciousness, which all of us want. All humans want these things. And that is why Mother Lakshmi was created at a time of an important incident in our history called the churning of the ocean of milk, out of which several things appeared, amongst them Mother Lakshmi, representing all of that. The milk was being churned by the gods themselves. And this is the important thing, not only by the gods themselves, but by those who oppose the gods. And that's an important lesson for us in Guyana. That goodness will not come when we only depend on one set of people. Everyone, all of us who live in this country, have to put our shoulders to the wheel if we want this nation to fulfill its potential and to live out the true meaning of its destiny. So what is dharma? Again, it's a lesson for us to take very seriously. Dharma is that which upholds and that which sustains. Think about that. So whatever, whether you are talking about yourself in your life, if you're talking about your village, if you're talking about your community, if you're talking about this nation, if you're talking about the world, it's very easy to say, what should you do if you follow dharma? Which is, ask if your action, will it uphold society? Will it uphold our nation? Will it sustain our nation? And if the answer is yes, then do it. And if the answer is no, then abjure it from your practices, very simply. So on Diwali night, which is coming this week, the night will keep on getting longer. And on the darkest night of the year, we call it Amavas night. On that night, when the darkness would have stopped, we commemorate Diwali, and all observant Hindus would have cleansed their house, spick and span. I, as I've done since I was a boy, now as a husband, as a father, will be shanghaied by my wife to clean. My job is the yard. I have to make sure it's spotless. And when we do our puja to Mother Lakshmi that night, we leave the door open for Mother Lakshmi to enter and to bestow that which she possesses if you fulfill your dharma. So, over the millennia, several other incidents have occurred on Diwali night, and we also remember that. Very popular because most of us come from the Bhojpuri belt of India, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, and Bhagwan Ram is much worshipped there. Ramcharitmanas is the text of that region. And so all of us know that Sri Ram returned home from Banwas after 14 years. But important, he is an incarnation of Vishnu. And Mother Lakshmi is the other half of Lakshmi. So whether Vishnu takes form as Krishna or as Bhagwan Ram, Lakshmi will be there. And in that incarnation, she came as Mother Sita. On behalf of the HSS, I wish that Mother Lakshmi's blessings and light will illuminate our entire nation. And I close with this prayer that emphasizes together. The word Saha means together. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahavidam Karavavahe Tejasvinatamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May we deliberate together. May we nourish together. May we in this nation work together with great energy. And may we all be filled with brilliance. And may we not be envious of each other. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sri Ravindra Devji, for that wonderful presentation on the importance of Diwali. Next, we have the ceremonial diya lighting. This will be done simultaneously with mantras recited by Pandit Ghanshyam Prasad. I would like to invite His Excellency, the President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, followed by the representative from the India High Commissioner, Sri Ravindra Devji, and Venu Dwani Devi Dasi, who will be lighting the diya for us this evening.
Om Lakshmi Karotu Kalyanam Arogyam Sukha Sampadam Mama Shatru Vinashaye Deep Jyoti Namostute. Om Siddhe Buddhe Prade Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradayani Mantra Murte Sada Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Namaste Astu Mahamaye Shri Pite Surpujite Sankachakra Gadahaste Mahalakshmi Namostute. Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu लक्ष्मी मातरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः. O Ma, tonight we pray, may you usher light in the path of all of us. May you dispel all darkness in the form of all negativities within our nation. And may you always inspire all of us so that we may be able to enjoy a successful life and we may be able to always make the right decisions and choices in future. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Hari Om. Prem Sri Lakshmi Mata Ki Jai.
Thank you very much. So you could please take your seat. And thank you for dispelling the darkness here this evening for us. That is a symbol of lighting the diya. Next, I would like to call on the members of Texila American University and the Indo-Caribbean Society who will be doing a treat for us this evening. They will be doing 3 dance for us in one. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy. It's 3 different various dances. So please show your appreciation by giving them a round of applause.
मुदाकरात् मोदकं सदा विमुक्ति साधकं कलाधरावतं सकं विलासि लोकरक्षकम् मुदाकरात् मोदकं सदा विमुक्तिसाधकं कलाधरावसंसकं विलासि लोकरक्षकं अनायकैकनायकं विनाशिते भदैत्यकं नतासुभासुनाशकं नमामि तं विनायकम् अनायकैकनायकं विनाशिते भदैत्यकं नतासुभासुनाशकं नमामि तं विनायकम् नमामि तं विनायकम्
मूर्छित हुई रे गलियां झूठा बनी रे बनी मैं तेरी जोगनिया आखर मोरे परदेसिया आओ पधारो पिया घर मोरे परदेसिया आओ पधारो पिया
गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि गानचतुराय गानप्राणाय गानान्तरात्मने गानोत्सुकाय गानमत्ताय गानोत्सुकमनसे गुरुपूजिताय गुरुदैवताय गुरुकुलस्थायिने गुरुविक्रमाय गुह्यप्रवराय गुरवे गुणगुरवे गुरुदैत्यगणक्षेत्रे गुरुधर्मसदाराध्याय गुरुपुत्रपरित्रात्रे गुरुपाखण्डखण्डकाय गीतसाराय गीततत्त्वाय गीतगोत्राय धीमहि गूढगुल्फाय गन्धमत्ताय गोजयप्रदाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि
Thank you, Texila University. Those are all students. We got not just one, but 3 wonderful dances by them. Now, just as Diwali is more than an opportunity for us to partake in some sweetmeats, but rather the invitation of Mother Lakshmi into our homes, the celebration of Lord Ram's return to Ayodhya, and the victory of light over darkness. Similarly, the design of the national diya is much more than what meets the eye. So please join me in welcoming Miss Priya Sukhdio, Miss, as she's also a teacher from HSS, to tell us about this year's design and theme for the national diya. Please welcome her.
Diwali, the festival of lights. Diwali, the festival of joy. Diwali, the festival of love and sharing. Diwali, the festival of togetherness. Yes, Diwali is all of these and a lot more. And the good news is, it's just around the corner. And we are here to usher this season today. His Excellency, our dear President, Dr. Irfaan Ali, distinguished members of the Diplomatic Corps, special invitees, respected mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, children all. Do lend me your ears for the next few minutes as I enlighten you about this year's design, which is simple yet quite profound. Beginning at the base of our design are 5 diyas. These 5 diyas symbolize the 5 days of Diwali. Each of the 5 days of Diwali has its unique significance, drawing from different legends and traditions of the Vedic era. The first day is called Dhanteras. This day sets the mood for the Diwali celebration. The day pays homage to Lord Dhanvantri, who is associated with Ayurveda and various healing practices for the good of all mankind. On this day, a diya is lit around Tulsi plant, and people pray for the well-being of not only themselves, but for the world. On this day, also, people participate in Havan, which is basically offerings made into a consecrated fire, and also chants of very powerful mantras. The second diya, which represents the second day of Diwali, is called Narak Chaturdasi. This is also called Choti Diwali or Small Diwali. The significance of this day is grounded in the story of Lord Krishna's overwhelming triumph over a very ferocious demon called Narkasur, who had kidnapped 16,000 female devotees. On this day, people decorate their homes and their yards with artistic patterns of Rangoli. A diya is placed in each room of the home, as well as in the backyard throughout the night, which is why it's called Choti Diwali. The third day is the day that everyone knows about. This is the most festive of the 5 days. It's actually Diwali Day. It is a day when Goddess Lakshmi and Lord Ganesh are worshipped. Hindus join their families and friends to worship divine Goddess Lakshmi for the blessings of prosperity and riches. It's the victory of good over evil and light over darkness. Well-illuminated houses and public places make up the landscape on Diwali night. Distribution of all kinds of mithai, or what you know as sweetmeats, is a must on this day. It's also a good time to start a business proposition or venture, and it's seen as quite auspicious on this day. The 4 days, Govardhan Puja is done. The legend goes that Lord Indra, who is the god of rain, was provoked and tried to submerge the tongue of Gokul. However, Lord Krishna saved the people of Gokul by lifting the Govardhan mountain. On the 5th day, that is the day that is called Bhai Dooj. It marks the end of the 5-day Hindu festival. It is unique in nature as it's solely dedicated to, to the strong bond of love between a brother and a sister. On Bhai Dooj, a brother visits his sister and he is welcomed with a tika, which is applied on the brother's forehead, followed by arti and partaking of delicious sweets. On this day, the brother promises to protect his sister always, while his sister prays for her brother's longevity. You will also notice that the 5 diyas are wrapped in the beautiful colors of our golden arrowhead, showing that this structure is exclusive to Guyana and Guyanese. Above the 5 diyas are posters mounted there. We have on the eastern side, which you might not be able to see now, we have Lord Krishna. The western is Ma Durga and Shiva, which you can see. In the northern end, Hanuman, and southern end, we have Ma Lakshmi, Lord Vishnu, and Lord Ganesh. As you know, Hinduism is a pluralistic religion. We worship God in many forms. So the few popular ones we were able to display. Of course, some of them are directly related to the festive season of Diwali. Finally, the huge diya sitting at the crest of this structure is our national diya, representing one Guyana. Diwali is a celebration that unites Guyanese from every corner of the country, irrespective of their religion. It is a time when people embrace one another with joy and laughter. The festival is celebrated with an air of friendliness and holds an aura of purity. This year, HSS, along with other organizations, present the 8th National Diya under the theme, Spreading Light Through Selfless Service. I wish to conclude with a short poem, which speaks of the selfless work of a diya. And we implore you all to become that diya. A diya emanates such a light that makes the path bright. Dissipating the darkness around, diya brightens every sight. Those who go off the track, the diya shows the right life hack. To fulfill its aim, the diya serves the world with all its flame. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Priya. So, Priya spoke about some of the things that are unique to the Guyanese Diwali experience. Other things like that include Seven Curry, motorcade of course, the Diwali light up, and so much more. There's also the sari pageants from yesteryear and our cultural shows. And part and parcel of those cultural shows are often the acrostics that are put on by some brave young children. And we're fortunate to have some members of the Prabhusharan Children Home doing one such item for us next. Now, Your Excellency, you'll be pleased to know that this particular group of children were most excited about the opportunity to be in front of you and showcase their talent today. So please, let's welcome them with a resounding round of applause.
D. D is for Dharma that protect us from downfall.
I is for integrity that preserve us in strong moral principles.
W. W is for worthiness, a fine quality to accept in life. A. A is for auspiciousness of thought and action. L. L is for light that instills knowledge and wisdom. I is for the inspirations of the essence of Diwali. D.
I
W
Please give them a huge round of applause. They deserve this. They have to be brave to come up here and do something like this for us this evening. Thank you very much. Now we have a bhajan that will be done by Chika Kunj Bihari. It's a bhajan dedicated to the lotus feet of Mahalakshmi. Please give her a round of applause.
एक यही मेरा बंधन, एक यही मेरा बंधन, मेरा जीवन तेरी शरण, मेरा जीवन तेरी शरण, सारे
Thank you, Chika. A beautiful bhajan done by a beautiful songstress. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you're in for another treat. We have a classical Kathak dance done by a very talented and graceful Miss Hima Devi from the new Anglet Vishnu Mandir in Canal number 2. Please put your hands together for her.
जय देवी श्री माँ सरस्वती आरती उतारते हम तुम्हारी भगवती जय देवी जय देवी जय देवी जय देवी श्री माँ सरस्वती आरती उतारते हम तुम्हारी भगवती जय देवी जय देवी मयूरासनवाही धवलांबरधारी 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 सर पे मुकुट सोहे ललाटी कस्तूरी ललाटी कस्तूरी ललाटी कस्तूरी अंकी वीणा बाजे हे वागीश्वरी हे वागीश्वरी हे वागीश्वरी अज्ञानों का अज्ञातारी ज्ञानवती जय देवी जय देवी जय देवी जय देवी श्री माँ सरस्वती आरती उतारते हम तुम्हारी भगवती जय देवी जय देवी सारे करे रे धानी पदानी सरे सनी पा काली धम सारे गमगा माता सरस्वती तू विद्या धन दाती विद्या धन दाती विद्या धन दाती कवि जन मुनि जन पंडित साधक अध्यात्मी साधक अध्यात्मी साधक अध्यात्मी विनम्र होकर करते तुझसे वे विनती तुझसे वे विनती तुझसे वे विनती प्रसन्न होकर वर दे धनवंती जय देवी जय देवी जय देवी जय देवी श्री माँ सरस्वती आरती उतारते हम तुम्हारी भगवती जय देवी जय देवी जय देवी जय देवी श्री माँ सरस्वती आरती उतारते हम तुम्हारी भगवती जय देवी जय देवी जय देवी जय देवी
Thank you very much, Hima Devi, for that beautiful dance. So, Hinduism is very unique in its own way. And in this month, so happened that we celebrated Diwali alongside with Kartik. It's a special month actually dedicated to Lord Krishna. There is so much benefit from just by offering one simple ghee lamp. If you see the light here, one of this week you could take and offer to baby Krishna and you can get so much benefit just by offering this simple week to him. All of our sin can go away. Just imagine that. And next on our agenda, we have a beautiful bhajan that will be dedicated to the lotus feet of Krishna, and it's very well known to all of us. If you're a Guyanese and you know this song, then something really wrong. So it's Nanda Babaji Kandaya.
Check. Song. नंद बाबा जी को छैया हो राखो राम हे कंधैया हो 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 राखो कंधैया और नंदा बाबा जी को छैया बाबू नाम है कंधैया 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 रे ओ नंदा बाबा जी को छैया बाबू नाम है कंधैया 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 रे ओ सारो पे तो पिलैया आयो आय रे की मैया कंधैया कंधैया रे ओ हो कंधैया कंधैया रे काहे के गेंद है काहे का बल्ला गेंदों में काहे तू लागे हो चला काहे के गेंद है काहे का बल्ला गेंदों में काहे तू लागे हो चला हर काहे के गेंद में काहे का बल्ला गेंदों में काहे तू लागे हो चला काहे के गेंद है गेंदों में काहे तू लागे हो चला बाल बाल सब खेलना आए बाल बाल सब खेलना आए बाल खेला का सया कंधैया हो घोड़ा कंधैया कंधैया रे ओ हो कंधैया कंधैया रे सोने के गेंद है सोने का बल्ला गेंदों में सोने तो लागे हो छला सोने के गेंद है सोने का बल्ला गेंदों में सोने तो लागे हो छला अरे सोने के गेंद में सोने का बल्ला गेंदों में सोने तो लागे हो छला सोने के गेंद है सोने के गेंद है सोने का बल्ला गेंदों में सोने तो लागे हो चला बाल बाल सब खेलना आए बाल बाल सब खेलना आए आता सया कंधैया हो घोड़ा कंधैया कंधैया रे ओ हो कंधैया कंधैया रे ले ले जमुना नीला गगम है ले ले जमुना नीला गगम है नीले कंधैया नीले गगम है ले ले जमुना नीला गगम है ले ले जमुना नीला गगम है जमुना ले ले जमुना नीला गगम है ले ले जमुना नीला गगम है जमुना 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 नीले कंदैया नीले कदम है नीले कंदैया नीले कदम है सुबह शाम अरे केला न आए सुबह शाम अरे केला न आए सुबह शाम अरे नीले कदम है सुबह शाम अरे नीले कदम है बंदे राता सिया कंधैया हो घोड़ा कंधैया कंधैया रे कन्हैया कन्हैया रे ओ नंदा बाबा जी को छैया बाबू नाम है कन्हैया 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 रे ओ सारू पेड़ को पिलैया आयो आयो रे की मैया कन्हैया कन्हैया रे कन्हैया कन्हैया रे कन्हैया कन्हैया रे कांदा रे
Thank you, Shakti Melodies Group. That one definitely had us dancing and busting a move, at least in our minds. So this year, the theme for the HSS National Diya is Spreading Light Through Selfless Service. And our next item is put on by the members of the Nirvana Humanitarian Society, and this is an organization that embodies this concept through the assistance that they provide to the communities around them. So please show your appreciation for a dance done by the members of the Nirvana Humanitarian Society.
चिंगारी है अकड़ मेरी मतवारी है नाच गान तलवारे हैं होली में अंगारे हैं लोमड़ी की खाल लिए शेरों की चाल चला नौटंकी खेल से टोली का चूल्हा जला बूझ 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 धर पकड़ बूझ बूझ पकड़ 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 पट खोल ले स्वामी तेरा आया रे पाँव में जंग लिए नौटंकी लाया रे ऊंची ये दीवारें कूदने को आया रे बूझ 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 धर पकड़ बूझ बूझ पकड़ 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 शंकरा रे शंकरा रे शंकरा रे शंकरा शंकरा रे शंकरा रे शंकरा रे शंकरा
Thank you, ladies, for such an empowering dance. Next, we have a representative of the Lusiknan Radhakrishna Mandir. His name is Arjit Singh, and he is a singer. And he is the first place winner of Kalotsao in 2019. Please give him a round of applause.
तेरे गोद में सर है मैया अब मुझको क्या डर है मैया तेरे गोद में सर है मैया अब मुझको क्या डर है मैया दुनिया नजरे तेरे तो फेरे दुनिया नजरे तेरे तो फेरे मुझ पे तेरी नजर है मैया तेरी गोद में सर है मैया अब मुझको क्या डर है मैया मैया तेरी जय जयकार मैया तेरी जय जयकार मैया तेरी जय जयकार मैया तेरी जय जयकार तेरा दर से यहाँ भी है तेरा दर से वहाँ भी है तेरा दर से यहाँ भी है तेरा दर से वहाँ भी है हर दुख से लगने को मैया तेरा एक जयकारा काफी है मैया तेरी जय जयकार मैया तेरी जय जयकार दिल में लगा तेरा दरबार मैया तेरी जय जयकार मैं संतान तू माता तू मेरे जीवन दाता मैं संतान तू माता तू मेरे जीवन दाता जग में सबसे गहरा मैया तेरा और मेरा हे नाता मैया तेरी जय जयकार मैया तेरी जय जयकार मैया तेरी जय जयकार मैया तेरी जय जयकार तेरी गोद में सर है मैया अब मुझको क्या डर है मैया दुनिया नजरे तेरे तो मेरे दुनिया नजरे तेरे तो मेरे मुझ पे तेरी नजर है मैया तेरे गोद में सर है मैया अब मुझको क्या डर है मैया मैया तेरी जय जयकार 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 Thank you.
Thank you very much, Arjit Singh, for that beautiful song. Accessible, appreciative, consistent, cordial, dedicated, easygoing, friendly, humble, and warm-hearted are just a few words to describe this simple country boy who is now well known throughout the world. As I like to say, he is the people's person. Since he took the oath of office, he has been working tirelessly with his dedicated cabinet members to build a beautiful and better Guyana for all of us. It gives me great pleasure and honor to welcome our 9th Executive President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, His Excellency Dr. Mohamed Irfaan Ali, to make his presentation.
Thank you very much, very kindly. Sri Ravidev, an exceptional Guyanese and an exceptional human being. Respected elders, respected leaders of the religious community, dear brothers and sisters, my dear friend from the diplomatic community, the wonderful young people and children who showcase the richness of culture, the richness of devotion with such simplicity and pride. I think we ought to give them a huge round of applause. To those in our society who continue to be the bedrock through which the younger ones, the children and the young people continue to learn and continue to be inspired and continue to be happy, demonstrating the richness of their culture and the fullness of their culture and the importance of their culture in fusing a unified Guyana and bringing us together under the umbrella of one Guyana. To those teachers, we should give them a big round of applause. My dear friend, Mr. Ravidev, or Sri Ravidev, mentioned two very important words that are critical for us as a country and critical for us in a global community. And those two words he mentioned today are the words of uphold and sustain. But if there is nothing for us to uphold, then what are we going to sustain? In those two words lies significant significance. Today, as we celebrate Diwali, as we embark on this journey of celebrating light over darkness, there are a number of things in our country and in the world that we must uphold. We must uphold peace. We must uphold the rule of law. We must uphold our devotion. We must uphold our love for humanity. We must uphold our values and principles that allow us to demonstrate our love for humanity. We must uphold standing up for justice. We must uphold doing what is right in a global environment where what is wrong is so easy to succumb to. We live in a world that is far different today than it was 2 years ago. And a world that will be significantly different 2 years from now as it is today. We have just passed through one of the worst, well, we have not through it as yet, one of the world's worst pandemic in COVID. I remember coming to one of the light up, I think 2 years ago, when we could not even greet each other as we arrived here. We could not have even seen each other. We were all masked up. But whilst the world was faced with such an immense challenge, we saw that the old burdens and hurdles of the poor and oppressed and those who have less was still among us in the globe. For those who could not afford vaccines, you were not anywhere in the line. And even for those who could have afforded vaccines, we saw that some were treated above others. But India led a revolution and delivered vaccine to some of the poorest countries in the world. And here in CARICOM, we received 500,000 vaccines from India. What this lesson has taught us is that if we are to uphold the health of our nation, if we are to uphold the healthy living of our people, we have to be able to sustain investments that will protect the people of the least and developing world when such events occur. Our world is faced with a food crisis. How are we going to sustain the demand for food if we don't uphold agriculture? How do we uphold agriculture if we do not invest in infrastructure to help our farmers? If we don't remove the burdens that were placed on the back of our farmers in the form of taxes and increased rates and rental of land? We cannot sustain delivering food if we don't uphold our farmers and uphold agriculture and uphold the values and the virtues and the dignity that comes with agriculture. We cannot sustain a unified Guyana, a one Guyana, if we don't uphold the values that makes us Guyanese. If we don't uphold collectively our ability to stand up for the truth and represent what is right and reject what is wrong. We cannot sustain our country in a unified way if we don't uphold the Constitution, if we don't uphold the rule of law. Those two concepts that Sri Ravi Dev introduced today are so critical and important for our society that we can go on all afternoon, all evening, speaking of how integral upholding and sustaining it to every aspect of national and global life. And what are we trying to sustain and uphold? We're trying to uphold and sustain a society that is wedded in peace, that presents hope to its people, and that brings dignity to the life that you live within that society. And this is exactly what Diwali symbolizes. It is the removal of darkness and introduction of hope. It is the removal of indignity and bringing dignity into every aspect of our life and what we do. And in all of creation of hope and dignity, the end product is achieving a peaceful society, a peaceful home, a peaceful inner being. If we are not at peace, we cannot show peace. If the environment in which we live in does not project peace, then we cannot demonstrate peace. So Diwali and the lighting of the diyas is one aspect that is physical. But as so many of our speakers continuously tell us, it is that inner light that each one of us must also light. And when that inner light glows in us, people can see. We project an image of peace. We project an image of calmness and of hope and of dignity. And these are the critical aspects when we speak about the importance of Diwali. It speaks about renewal. Renewal of ourselves. Renewal of our belief system. Renewal of our commitment towards each other as human beings. Renewal of what we represent. A renewal of hope. A renewal of the spirit that binds us together. That is why it's not a one-off event. Because we are all weak. And we need a period through which we can be renewed. Through which our spirits can be renewed. Through which our body and our society and our community can be renewed. And this is another important aspect when we celebrate Diwali. Our teacher from Lenora spoke about the cleansing. Sri Ravi Dev spoke about the physical cleansing of the environment. But we have to collectively cleanse of our society of those attributes and those character and those narrative that does not allow us to clean our society and our country from racism, from disunity. And we have to do so through education. We have to do so through social programs. We have to do so through exactly what we're doing today. And on this note, I want to congratulate the young people from the HSS and their leadership for putting on this important occasion once more. These are the important platforms that allow us to project the message, to project what is the embodiment of what we want to create as a society and how each culture, each religious belief, each member of the whole society contribute towards the achievement of the One Guyana. And what is the path we want to create? There are many paths that we can create in life. But Diwali teaches us the lesson and demonstrate the path that must be created. When we speak about light overcoming darkness, it is light creating a way through darkness that is different from what darkness offers. It is not just the physical life. It is removing what light offers against what darkness offers. So it's having hope over despair. It is having knowledge over ignorance. It is having freedom over bondage. It is having unity over division. That is what the light must be able to create. And that is why education is so important and fundamental to what we want to achieve in creating that path that is well lit with knowledge, that is well lit with understanding, that is well lit with people who listen. All of us are on that same path. I am on no different path like you, and you're on no different path than me. We have different responsibility along the path. But we are on a common path as a family of humanity. So my respected elders, my dear brothers and sisters of every single aspect of our society, young people and children, today, as we will turn the lights on, let's also turn our hearts into moments of reflection and examine what small or big change may be necessary in achieving this path that we also want for our beautiful country and for our families. May God bless all of you. Happy Diwali.
Thank you, Your Excellency. We are fortunate and grateful to have you in our presence this evening, and truly grateful for having a leader that so values his presence and being amongst his people. Thank you. We're also grateful for your visionary leadership of cooperation and the creation of a nation that is truly one people, one nation, one destiny, and one Guyana. I'd also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the presence of former Guyana and West Indies cricket captain Ramnaresh Sarwan. Thank you for joining us. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the momentum is building as we move closer to the lighting of the national diya. Before we get there, we must thank and acknowledge all those whose hard work made this event possible. So please join me in welcoming Ms. Ashley Ramharak, representing HSS, as she delivers appreciation remarks. Thank you.
His Excellency, Dr. Muhammad Irfaan Ali, I bow to the divinity in you, and a humble namaskar to everyone. Firstly, I would like to thank everyone for coming out tonight and celebrate our 8th National Diya Light-Up. As we all know, Guyana is well known for its multicultural society. Today, we are all here as one Guyana to celebrate. Firstly, on a fun fact note, His Excellency was actually our guest speaker at our first National Diya Light-Up. And again, thank you very much for being here. To all our other special invitees, thank you for taking time out and being here with us. To our sponsors, the Government of Guyana, AgriParts, E-Networks, Impression, Paramal's Trading, Primes Electrical, Regal Stationery, M&M Snacket, Rent-A-Tent, Abisham Printery, Manoj Printery, Textila American University, Guyana Police Force, And not lastly, but the main persons, our team, thank you very much for coming out night by night and helping us create this lovely structure. To anyone I have left out unintentionally, thank you again for coming. Namaskar.
Thank you very much, Priya. for your kind words. Please give your round of applause to the dedicated team of HSS for putting forward such a great event for all of us. You know, such event requires a lot of help, and they've been doing it voluntarily, no pay. So just imagine how dedicated they all are. So please show them your appreciation. That is all that we can do, right? Just show them our appreciation so that they can do this again next year for us. We'll have a bhajan next, and along with the bhajan, we'll be having the ceremonial lighting of the diya that we all been waiting for. So the bhajan will be done by Hamish and Priya Sukhdev, alongside with the HSS group members. We would like to ask His Excellency, Dr. Muhammad Irfaan Ali, Sri Ravindra Dev, special invitees, representative from the India High Commissioner, and former captain of the Guyana cricket team, Mr. Ramnaresh Sarwan, and all the kids present to please come forward by where the big diya is, so we will all do the lighting together. Just one announcement. We'll be having refreshment for everyone. Please, when you receive your refreshments, do not throw it on the ground. Please dispose of the garbage properly so that we can maintain our beautiful Guyana. Thank you very much. Over now to the bhajan.
चलो जलाए दीप वहाँ जहाँ अभी भी अंधेरा है चलो जलाए दीप वहाँ जहाँ अभी भी अंधेरा है स्वैराचारी मुक्त विहारी युव जन खाए तो कर मैं और मेरा व्यक्ति केंद्रित विचार मन में करता मस्त भ्रष्ट परवाद तंत्र ने डाला यह तेरा है चलो जलाए दीप वहाँ
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, this brings us to the end of this evening proceedings. We thank you for celebrating with us.
We'd like to thank all the organizations that made this event possible, especially the hardworking team at HSS and all the participants of this evening. And may the light of Diwali continue to shine throughout Guyana. We wish you safe travels home, namaskar, and good evening. Please remember to hashtag HSS when you take out pictures of this lovely structure. Thank you.
Shubh Diwali to each and every one of you. Thank you.